Hi Reddit, Warrior V Unit here. This is in response basically to my years of watching videos on the internet about kicking and technique and whatnot, and basically to me it boils down to most of the time when I click one of these videos, hey, how to kick hard, it is, here, watch me kick hard, now you kick hard. And a lot of times they don't even kick hard. So I was bored today and I kind of broke some things down, and I want to try to explain to you some stuff about lines that I used as I was learning to show you how to transfer energy and how to kick hard rather than just tell you to kick harder. So here it is. Let me know what you think. Okay, as far as these lines go, you can see my heavy bag. These three lines intersect at the center of the heavy bag. And for the purposes of this, we're going to try to have the heavy bag steady, because learning, you want to have a steady target to work with. So if you see these lines, I'm standing on this middle line. So if we're thinking about attacking, if I'm going to throw across any straight punch or like a straight knee or a teep, all of the energy is going to be going down that line, that middle B line. I'm going to throw the knee straight down that line. It's going to impact the bag on that line. If you can see my knee, straight out, forward, and everything goes on that line. The bag, after the attack, should swing on that line. The direction that the bag is traveling is going to be the direction that you transferred your energy into. So, if I'm standing on V and I kick, right, without moving, I'm standing on B and I try to kick, I kick it with my foot. I was a little far away, but if you look at the direction that it's doing its pendulum swing there, it's swinging not on the B line. That means I kicked from this left side, and my kick energy entered the bag from way over here. Okay, so I'm going to quickly demonstrate straight line attack. You can see I'm standing on B, right? So if I'm going to attack in a straight line, notice how the bag is swinging in that straight line. It's not hard to do that with a cross, right? So we're going to stop it. Straight line attack. Watch this straight knee, right? The knee goes straight through the target. Power transfer is down the direction of this center B line, all the way through. I can step sideways, and now, as I pivot, I'm not actually, from your perception, I'm no longer going straight. That's just so you can see that angle. That's about a 30-degree angle. Get what? That's about a 30-degree angle. Another straight punch with the bag stopped. Now you can see that the bag is swinging down this A path, because that's where I was standing, that's where I was throwing my straight punch, that's where the energy went. Okay, so here comes the hard kicking part. The first thing is your direction of travel. If I'm standing on the center line and I want to attack down the center line with a kick, I have to get my body off the center line. So whether I go this way or this way, you'll notice that I'm not on the center line. My direction of travel for my body is going to be angled with one of these. For a left kick, I'm going to go this way, parallel to the A line. For a right kick, I'm going to go left, parallel to the C line. So you can get used to taking these paths, and that's where you need to step. Don't worry about the kick, worry about the step. This angle means everything. Watch how I open my foot and point it, track my knee and my toes down this angled line, this C. I'm parallel with it in my direction of movement. So once you get used to taking those steps, you can start to swing the bag. So I'm going to stand on A, I'm going to stand on B, the bag is swinging down B. So if I stay right where I'm at, it's going to hit me. But watch what happens. I get off the line, right? Off the line. See how I stay there and the bag hit me. So what you want to do is travel down this center line, and just before that bag hits you, you want to get out of the way of it. And then you'll be set up to attack. You want to leave yourself set up with a new angle of straight line attack. So you start here with no attack. You just step off the line, and I turned and ended up southpaw. It's for a beginner, you're just going to want to step and end up slide this one over and end up ready in your boxing or kicking stance. But the point is to get off the line. In order to kick down the line, you have to get off the line. If I'm traveling forward, off the line. And my angle of travel runs with either line A or line C. Okay, so now's the fun part. You get to kick. Once you do those movements and you get comfortable stepping at that angle with your foot, always traveling down A to kick with your left, or down C to kick with your right, you're going to start with a left kick. You're going to stand in your kicking stance. I'm not going to address kicking technique here. That's for a separate video. This is just to get power. So left kick, I'm going to step in the angle of my A line out, and I end up here with my left leg, the leg that I'm kicking with, on the line. Everything else is off the line, on the right side of the line. From here, I'm going to throw my kick. Now, if you see the angle of the bag, it is moving a little bit to the right, but for the most part, that angle of my attack was straight from your point of view. So I start straight, I step off the line, kick, and as I throw my hip forward for my kick, the energy is traveling in that straight line. Now for the right leg, same thing. I'm going to start on the center line in my kicking stance, and I'm going to step in the direction of line C to the left with my foot toeing out parallel with that line C, and I end up with my kicking leg on the center line. Throw the kick, and when you push your hip and your kick straight down that center line, you'll see that the bag is swinging mostly straight, and it was an efficient energy transfer. Everything was moving forward. So, after you practice that a little bit, basically all you're going to do is stop the bag, address the bag, step down the line, and lightly kick. Or you can kick hard. But every time you do this, for learning purposes, you want to stop this bag, because this bag gives you feedback as to where your kick, where the energy from your kick went. So you stand in front of the bag, step off the line, kick down the line. Start the bag, stop the bag. Stand on the center line, kick the bag, and look, every time after you kick, the drill is not over. You end up somewhere where you are still in a fight. Your hands are up. All this is always. Your hands are always up. You're always ready to be hit. You want to get used to backing out, and even though you're tired, you're still addressing your target because they probably want to hit you back. Okay, so once you get comfortable with that, and you feel like you're stepping properly at those angles, then you're going to get the bag swinging. For learning purposes, you really want the bag to swing on this center line so that you can see what's happening. And this kind of represents someone attacking you. If I'm standing with this bag, they're advancing at you similar to the way that that bag advances at you. So once you get this spinning, you want to stand just at the brink of it, where it's not quite hitting you, and then you want to chase it. Okay? As you chase it, you can't chase it to there. If you're chasing it to the center, you're going to throw a cross or something. So as you chase it, you have to either travel down C, this direction, or travel down A in this direction. So what you're going to do is chase the bag off that line. As you're chasing it, your kicking leg is going to stay on the line and fire away. Ultimately, it looks like this. You jump into the bag. Into the bag. So, as you can see, it's going on an ellipse now. That means I didn't kick it perfectly straight. Rarely are you going to kick it perfectly straight, but what? But, you have to practice, otherwise you're not even going to get close. So, you get the bag spinning, chase it, and kick through it. The energy goes straight through the bag. You'll know you're doing it wrong if you probably saw my body move backwards there. That's because the momentum of the heavy bag, the momentum of the attack that was coming at me was greater than the force that I could get it back. But if you send it straight, your straight energy is going to beat theirs. The straighter attack wins if it's colliding like that. So basically, that's my tips for kicking hard. If you have any questions, please feel free to submit them, and I'll try to answer things with a video response.